Since I've moved here, I've been focusing more on how to stay safe in a place like LA.
Tyra, the creative. That's right. The creative.
What is going on, everybody? It's your girl Tyra, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, welcome. I am so glad to have you. A couple of months ago, I got robbed at gunpoint in Echo Park, and I have an entire video on that on my channel. And during this basically 2-month hiatus, I've just had a lot of time to reflect and really check in with Tyra and make sure that I am okay first and foremost, which I am physically, but it did take some time mentally. But I've been able to check in with myself and really just make sure that I am taking necessary steps to remain safe and do everything that I can in my power to keep myself safe in a big city like Los Angeles, especially since I'm not originally from here and I don't have any family here. So today's video is going to be an update on my mental health and what's been going on with me, and also I have some ways that you can stay safe in a big city like LA and just some things to think about. I just really want to plant these seeds because I really believe if these seeds would have been planted in me, maybe something could have been a little different. And I'm not saying that it's my fault that I got robbed or anything like that. All I'm saying is before I got robbed, I never thought about my personal safety. So with that being said, I have 9 tips for you to stay safe in a place like Los Angeles. And this is coming from a woman's point of view, obviously. So the first thing that I would say is to get a safety app like the Citizen app or Nextdoor. I'm pretty sure there are a few others. I originally had Nextdoor before this entire incident, but I deleted it because I got too many notifications. And apparently, there had been a lot of things going on in the Echo Park area, which is where I got robbed. And I would have just been privy to that if I had had the Citizen app or the Nextdoor app, because a lot more crime had been happening in those areas around the time I got robbed. Now, just to set it up for you, I went out to eat with friends. We were walking back to our cars. It was about 9 p.m. and there were other people around, and 2 guys came up to us with guns and robbed us at gunpoint. If you would like to know the full story, go check out the video. Like I said, it's on my channel. But I never really thought about my personal safety, y'all. So I just want to plant that seed. Get the Citizen app. It is free. There is a paid version that has way more features if you would like something like that. It's like $20, $30 a month, something like that. But you can use it for free as well. And make sure your push notifications are on because you want to know when things are happening. Because let's just say, I don't know, after I got robbed, somebody put it on Citizen, that could have 100% saved someone else from getting robbed, or at least put them on the lookout for people who were acting suspicious in that area. Number 2 is take a self-defense class. They have Krav Maga. You can even take boxing. I've been taking boxing for since the beginning of the pandemic, and I absolutely love it. So I do have some sort of self-defense skills. And also I think police, you can go to like police facilitated classes like at the police station, and they'll also have some sort of self-defense classes. I'm not necessarily sure if that happens everywhere, but I have heard that before. I haven't personally taken one, but I do know that that is a resource in some places. Number 3 is to carry pepper spray, a taser, mace, a little knife. I did have pepper spray. Everything was in my bag, so all of that got taken at once. But in general, carry some sort of something to defend yourself with if you need to use it. I also have a taser, but I keep it in my car. I never have it on me because in my head before this situation, nothing's gonna ever happen. I'm not gonna ever have to use this. You could also carry a little knife. I personally know people who will like put it on their bra strap or like in their belt, you know, just a little pocket knife. And just in case you need to use it, you really never know what can happen. Number 4 is to research areas of town that you're going to, especially if you're going at night or by yourself. I thought Echo Park was cool. I also don't watch the news, so I am not privy and up to date with things that are going on in my community. And that's why it's super important for me now to make sure that I'm doing everything that I can for my personal safety, because it was honestly not a main priority for me. So I'm really just making this video to give you guys, like, just to plant seeds, just so in any situation, it's in the back of your mind, because that's really all that it's about, being cognizant and aware of your surroundings and having different systems in place for the rare case of something actually happening to you. Number 5 is to only carry what you need and nothing more. Y'all, I had a full bag of stuff that I did not need and that did not need to get stolen. And thank God, before I left the house, I took my iPad out of my bag. I always carry a canvas tote. I had my Yeti water bottle in there. I had my cell phone, my keys, a Fenty lipstick that I had just bought the day before, because I even put my groceries and stuff in this bag. Like, it's my everyday bag. So it just fills up with stuff. Only carry what you need, to be completely honest. Like, I typically don't even need anything but my ID. And ever since this has happened, I've been very hypersensitive to everything that's going on, but I've been like putting my ID in my sock or in my shoe and just carrying cash or one of my cards and my cell phone, you know. I've really scaled back on the things that I just walk around LA with, because I'm just saying, I'm not trying to get robbed again. And I know that there's only so much that you can do. Like, I've heard all y'all's comments in the video. I'm not, you know, making excuses and all that kind of stuff. All I'm saying is I'm going to do everything in my power to make sure that all of my stuff isn't stolen again. So carry only what you need. Number 6 is to be confident and don't look lost. Sometimes, and this is the thing, when I got robbed, I was walking by myself and I was lollygagging. And at one point I was like, girl, go ahead and get to this restaurant. It's getting dark. So then I just bolted to the restaurant, like had my eye on the restaurant, and I just walked there confidently. But if you look like you're not where you're supposed to be or you're unsure of what's going on, that puts a target on your back, in a sense of not necessarily even getting robbed, but con artists or scammers can come up to you and like do anything, you know? So just make sure that you're always alert and that you're always looking confident and like you know what you're doing. Number 7 is something that I feel really strongly about now, and everywhere I go, my friends and family know my location. I always have my location on. I've shared my location with my closest friends. I've shared my location with my parents. I've even shared my location with my best friend Bria, who lives in Minnesota, and my friend JC, who lives in Kansas. It's not just about people in your immediate circle knowing where you are, because let's just say that I only shared my location with my LA friends and my mom and dad don't really know them, and something happens to me. They won't necessarily know how to get in contact with them, but my college friends, they can call them up and say, have you heard from Tyra? Well, they have my location. They could at least give them my last known location. And I just really think that that's important, especially in a big city like this, because things can happen and it can go unnoticed so quickly. Number 8 is something that I was super bad at growing up, and I never really paid much attention to it until now. That is to share text updates with your family and friends, which goes hand in hand with the last one. But like, you know how your grandma and stuff would be like, call me when you get home, or let me know when you make it home safe. Now I do that 100% of the time. I do that. If somebody says, hey, let me know when you make it here, or whatever the case may be, I'm going to do that, just because of the simple fact, if it was the other way around, I would personally feel super anxious and I would follow up, hey, just making sure you made it home, because you never know. You literally never know, especially in this day and age. You never know. And number 9, this is something that I've been talking with my therapist about, especially since I have been violated in this way and lost this sense of invincibility that we have as humans before something so intrusive happens to us as getting robbed or, you know, being physically assaulted and, you know, that sort of thing. Don't be afraid to go out anymore. Right after I got robbed, I would not go out at night. I definitely wasn't going downtown LA. I was not traveling alone. And I was like, okay, I cannot keep living with this. I went to Target one time and it had this, I was coming back to my car, putting my groceries in my trunk, and it had this man walk up to me and say, excuse me, ma'am. My heart dropped and my heart started fluttering, and I was just so afraid. And it was a guy like for voter registration, and I looked at him like with a shocked face, and I don't know what he said after that, but I was like, not interested, not interested, not interested. And I just walked to my door and got in it. And as I reflected on it, I'm like, that's kind of rude in the way that I handled the situation, in a sense of I cut him off and I was like, stop talking to me. But at the same time, especially when you are doing something like that, and it was like 7 p.m., it was getting dark. You never know what somebody has gone through. You know what I mean? And for him as a man to approach me as a single woman, no one was with me, and it was dark, but I was at Target, it really scared me. So I don't know, like if you're in those types of situations, like if you see someone who is alone or whatever the case may be, make sure they see you when you're walking up to them, because he like came from like kind of behind and I was bent over into my trunk. So I didn't know what was about to happen. All I heard was a deep voice saying something very, very close to me. And it obviously took time for me to be able to go places and not be on hyper alert for everything because of what had happened to me. But also, I'm still working on it. And I'm gonna be working on it for the rest of my life, because I am not the same person before that incident happened that I am now. But I make a conscious effort to make sure that I am not walking around afraid to live anymore. But it has been a journey for me, and I hope that this video has helped you in some way. I am doing so much better, and I'm just excited to keep living, because I know that God has amazing things prepared for me, and I know that everything happens for a reason, and I know everything works for the good. So with that being said, thank you guys so much for watching this video. I really hope you learned something, and I really hope I planted a seed for you. If you're not already subscribed to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button, and make sure you give this video a like. Oh my gosh, I'm like blanking. This is so crazy. I have not posted in so long. I gotta get back into the groove of things. Okay, y'all. Thank y'all for watching. I will see you in the next one.